Hello and welcome to RuMayoNation. Bring on titles. How's it going? Dan Mayo here, episode 7 of RuMayoNation. How's it been? How's your week been? What you saying? What's going on? Full disclosure, do feel like shit warmed up. I'm on the last knock-ins of the cold, I think. The last knock-ins is probably the best way to describe it. I've got my hair did, and I've had a shave and I had a shower. Just all the things you do to try and tell yourself that everything's okay. But like, I'm alright. It's just like it's your bog standard cold. Alright, if you have kids around the house, they're just bringing back viruses left, right and centre. More viruses in a house with children than in Hugh Hefner's mansion. Like, just so many bugs and snot diseases flying about. Although, weirdly, no one else seems to have got it. My wife did message this morning saying I'm feeling a bit rough this morning. But none of the kids have got it. But they could be, like, this sort of thing, they're just fucking carriers. Because they could be, like, asymptomatic and you're there behind them going... make sure you're ready for school. You got the guitar, yeah, make sure you take that. And they're like, yeah, nice one, mate, cheers. I'm just gonna go now to another place full of other children, bring back a load more fucking diseases for you to suffer with. Excellent, mate, cheers. But listen, it's not fully fledged man flu, so we'll crack on. But yeah, so I always have the temptation, like with radio, to kind of say what's coming up, but I think we should just leave it to be a surprise, and then you don't sit there lingering or waiting on something to come that invariably doesn't. But I guess we can kind of loosely point out, we'll do our Facebook memories later on in the show. The local spotted has been quite tame, so we might do a little news story. There's a couple of bits I just wanted to get off my chest. And mostly, oh God, so last night I just couldn't sleep. You know, like when you're not like really ill, but when you're heavy-headed, tired, where you just think, I can't sleep because I just feel so uncomfortable. So I was in that state last night, and I decided to just finish off this first aid training that I've been doing. So I'm a coach of my stepkids under 12 side, and part of that means you need to have your safeguarding and your first aid and stuff. So I'm going to try not to sniff into the microphone because I'm aware of how annoying that can be. So that's strike one. There will be a forfeit if I do that more than 5 times, and you guys can get in touch to tell me what that needs to be within reason. I'm not going to be like Game of Thrones, I strip naked and walk to the nearest bell tower while people throw cabbages at me and shout shame. But yeah, so you got to do like this first aid thing, and I've done bits of first aid in the past, but this is like a very football specific one, so it's kind of more leaning towards like sudden like heart, cardiac arrest, concussion protocols, which is obviously now a big thing. Like, I think it's less an issue in football. Obviously, it's there's clashes of heads and stuff, but I think it's all kind of in. You see the sort of rugby and the steps they've taken, and the steps at WWE and what was once WWF, back when it was pandas smacking each other with metal chairs to the fluffy black and white heads, where they didn't get on top of it, and some of the mad shit that's come from that in American football. And but like, you just, so it's all done through the FA, and like, it's fine. Like, I'm sure it's as comprehensive as it needs to be, but like, it's so by the book that you kind of think this isn't really that applicable. Like, and listen, full disclaimer, I took it very seriously and I paid full attention, and I understand the importance of it, right? Let's just get that out of the way straight away. And typically as well, I did like half the course yesterday afternoon. Went to play football myself, a couple of mates, and ended up having to apply some of the first aid because the lad sort of done his knee a little bit, so he had to dash and get a little twisty ice pack for him. I felt like I was a medic on D-Day beaches when really I just trotted over to the Dacia and Dacia plural, and got him an ice pack thing. I thought, yeah, tell you what, print the certificate off now. I'm not even finished it. Don't worry about it. Done the practical element now. But like, when you're sort of, a lot of it, they try and make it interesting and interactive and engaging, and by doing so, they make it extremely boring and cheesy. I'd almost rather just have it be really boring, because it's like that you just need to know this shit, read this, answer the questions. They try and make it more dynamic and you're more involved, but it just kind of feels like, oh, do you know what? I'd rather not go through all the bad acting and the stop, like GCSE drama. Like, let's just scene. Now, you'll see this kid here doesn't know what day it is. Like, just tell me that's a symptom of concussion, being confused. This is what you need to do. Cool. But, like, it's got, like, I think you've got to be aware that, like, it's pandering to, like, the biggest idiot who could possibly engage with it as well, as is most of life now, I think. Like, that's a problem, I think, with a lot of the world, is that we're having to cater for the biggest moron in the fucking room with everything that goes on. And I know they have to do by the book, and it should be one size fits all, because you want there to be no kind of like grey areas in these matters, right? Especially when you're safeguarding children. And I get all that stuff, but there's this one interactive bit where they're in a football training session, and there's a heartbeat going. I'm getting like Casualty vibes. You know, at the start of the episode of Casualty, where it's like, yeah, what are you doing today? Oh, nothing much. Just going to chuck these roller skates on and go skate across some tin roofs. And you go, I can't imagine anything going wrong here. I don't reckon Charlie Fairhead's going to have any work on his hands today because of this shit. But there's a little boom boom going on, boom boom. And it's getting a bit quicker. And you think, yeah, but he's running around. But I suspect that something's about to go wrong here. And the lad hits the deck, right? And then the coach in the video goes to run, and then it freezes. Freeze. Step back. Now, what do? You get given two options. Run straight over, wait. And, like, I click, well, run straight over. Like, you're there. He's clearly just gone down. No one near him. Let's get to him as quick as we can. And then it's like, no, you must wait. Remember the text before that, admittedly, I didn't read as much as I should have done. Always check the surroundings first for any immediate danger to yourself or others. And I'm thinking, like, granted, if we're on a building site or, you know, no man's land in the Somme circa 1918, but we're at fucking St George's Park on a bit of grass, mate. Like, the worst that's going to happen is I might get a football kicked at me in the leg. Do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon just get to him as a priority, right? Like, there's not going to be any immediate danger around me. And listen, there are about 8 people in the drill, all right? I reckon most people noticed he'd hit the fucking deck, all right? Now, if they carry on playing at that point, it's quite insensitive of them, and maybe says a lot about the team dynamic and how much of that sort of coaching you need to improve on. But, yeah, so I get that one wrong straight off the bat. And then, like, it's one of the ones where you can keep getting it wrong a million times, and you can still pass. You just have to redo it. But, like, when you get question 1 wrong, it still makes you answer the next, like, 8, and then go, not quite right. Go back to the start and try again. You think, well, let me just start again after like the first one wrong. Like, right? Let's just start again. Mulligan, please. Mulligan. Let's just go again. Because I know I've got it wrong. Next time I'll double check for any prowling leopards that might be in and around this 5-a-side football space. But yeah, so you obviously have to just go through it all. And by the way, I was just thinking then, when it comes to my brain is so hazy, by the way. So this digression pad is going to be really a real crutch at this point, if you pardon the first aid pun. When it comes to, I don't see this. What I mean, I've just had a thought, and then that thought has then gone. Charlie Fairhead, right? Let's go through the script. Charlie Fairhead, roller skating on a tin roof. Imminent danger around. Yeah. Better note this down on the early hours of Sunday morning. Digression pad. Driving tests. No, but that's what we're going to talk about now, so probably best to just put a circle around what I'm actually talking about. Test. I feel like sometimes people just should not be allowed to drive. Like, you know when you see them TV shows, Channel 5, sometimes Channel 4, where it's like, I finally passed my test, 99th time lucky, and you go, you shouldn't have been allowed to take another test after you failed 20 times. Right? 20 times, I think, should be your maximum, because if it's taken you 99 attempts to pass your test, you are going to be a fucking liability on the road. Like, I'm sorry. You are going to be a fucking liability on the road. Like, what have you got wrong 98 times that you've not ironed out after 60 times? Like, what have you got, you know, how many pavements have you mounted in test 46? Like, before you go, I just don't, buses aren't that bad, are they? I mean, they are quite bad, but I don't think you should be in charge of a ton of metal that can go up to like 70, 80, 90 mile an hour if you take 99 times to pass your test. And here's another thing as well. P plates. Excuse me, going back to like year 10, circa 2005-6. P for pussy old plates. Can you drive? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. Don't need this green pea on your body. Oh, I can drive, but I'm new. No. Super nanny. Unacceptable.
Excuse me, Megan, that behaviour's unacceptable. I don't like it.
Unacceptable. Can you drive? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, take that P plate, frisbee into the nearest lake, right? And probably, that's a hot topic where I live, by the way. Digression. Here we go. Some guys, to be fair, right, I actually do agree with this guy. He's been doing fishing in the lake and he's having other kids kind of come along and he's kind of like the Pied Piper of Fish Town, right? And he's saying it's keeping them out of trouble, blah, 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 and it's giving them something to do. There's not a lot to do. Common problem in today's world, right? No infrastructure for the youths, and then they find fun in setting fire things and writing each other's numbers on various bits of park equipment with, you know, the words that typically complement those numbers. And part of what he's done with this lake is he's taken a little dinghy out and he's taken all the shit out. So like an old buoy boy, never quite sure, you know, just crap, litter, footballs, and he's got round to his dinghy and he's got it all back out the lake and put it on the sort of embankment part, and within an hour someone's gone along and just kicked and thrown it all back in, and like like it's not funny, but like it's not funny, it's actually so fucking, it's such dickhead behaviour that I can't help but find it a bit funny. Like someone's basically been keeping an eye on the local spotted page and gone, yeah, they're on, yeah, they're on the lake now in their dinghies. They've got like eyes in the trees, like binoculars. Yep, yeah. He's just fished out a football. Yeah, you know, in Toy Story when they're looking at Andy's presents. What is it? It's a milk carton, right? And then okay, yeah, he's all done. He's just going now. Yeah, cool. Yeah, move in. And everyone just starts fucking slinging all the shit back in. That's just objectively funny. It's such dickhead behaviour that I find it funny. And that probably speaks a lot about me, right? But anyways, so when it comes to slinging shit in the lake, generally disapprove of it. But if it's a P plate, then I think we have to take the rough with the smooth. P plates should just not exist. Seriously, like, can you drive or not? If you can't drive, then you should be able to pass your test. If you can't pass your test, you shouldn't be driving on your own. Don't need the P plate. Yeah, I can't have it. I'm not having this. Eddie Hearn. I'm not having this.
Just hold on. No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
But, so with the driving test, can I just find a bit on driving before I get back? And I'm just so conscious not dragging myself too far away. You know, like references, got some. You know, Insidious, when you go like away from the smoke or you go away into the fog, and the further you go the harder it is to get back, right? That's what's going on here. But they didn't have this in Insidious, did they? So yeah, think about it. I think that once you get past a certain age or you have a certain type of crash, you should have to do some sort of proficiency test to show that you're not a liability behind the wheel of a car. Because I find it insane that you can pass your test at like 17 and then you could be like 86 and have had to do nothing to show you can still drive as well as you did when you were, you know, you're a pretty bad driver at 17, but you say you've got 10 years in the bank, you're 27, you're a solid driver. Then you've added another 60 years of living and no one has gone, should we just check that you still know which way is up? Because some of the driving you sit behind and then you see it's just this little dot in there who's had to sit on 3 or 4 fucking yellow pages to even see over the steering wheel. The thing is, what's fucked is that them in their little Nissan Micra, they're not the ones who crash. It's all the fucking flaming balls of inferno behind them and all the explosions where they're just like fucking singing along to Build Me Up Buttercup by the Foundations. Like, Armageddon all behind them because they've gone the wrong lane on a fucking roundabout. Like, it's just, I'm not talking like a full test. And this isn't ageism. I think if you have like a really stupid crash where they go, how the fuck have you managed to crash into the central reservation? Like, what were you doing? How have you ended up in the middle of this roundabout? You should have to just go with an instructor. And I'm not talking a full 10 to 2, you know, feeding the steering wheel, which I still don't understand. Like, what's wrong with just doing that? Like, listen, here's a challenge to anyone who does the test. He gives the test. Find me one example where someone has been turning their steering wheel and somehow put themselves into some sort of fucking Celtic knot in their arm and then couldn't maintain control of the vehicle. No one's getting hurt with a little fucking this action. Do you know what I mean? Like Woody, Toy Story doing that. That's a gesture that can get clipped very easily. for those who just listen to the audio, looks like I'm being quite vigorous with a man's shaft, right? But no one's ever got themselves in disarray where they go, well, what happened? Well, I just sort of, I don't know what happened. The next thing I know, like my arms were like fucking that last bit of spaghetti in the pan that you can't get out. They managed to slip through the colander. So then I binned it into the back of a fucking school bus. Like, just let me cross my arms. Who cares, right? And obviously, so I'm not saying a full test. Like, when you when you're doing your test or even in the lessons when you're like, mirror, signal, maneuver. I'm not saying that, but like 20 minutes, half hour, just driving around as a normal human being does. Just sort of, glancing your mirrors, crossing your arms a little bit. Just driving normally for like 20 minutes to half hour and don't fuck up. Don't mount a pavement. Don't nearly kill any kind of wildlife or human being. Don't cause anyone else to slam their brakes. Don't cause anyone else's cars to roll off the fucking on the edge of a bridge. Just be a competent driver, and then they go, boom, stamp you, absolutely fine. We'll run it again in 2-3 years' time. No problem. If you fuck up, I reckon you get another swing. If you fuck up again, you've got to then retake your test from scratch again. And I think, seriously, like, why not at this point? Because some of the driving I go behind, and it's not always old people, as I say, but let's have it right. Reaction times go down. Your mental capacity reduces. My nan decided to just jack in driving, same nan that I got upset about last week. And do you know what? My wife like brushed the back of my hair while we were watching that. Like, I'm like, don't touch me. We push that shit down, right? But no, make it more acceptable, all right? To be emotional. Sometimes you'll be sad about things, all right? But she stopped driving the time that she went around the roundabout the wrong way. At that point, she went, yeah, I'm not safe behind the wheel anymore. And I think it's, maybe there was signs earlier, according to my mum, but like, yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm just saying there should be like a little brush-up test. P plate's absolutely unacceptable. You should have to I'd say maybe from like 50. When you think that sharing a post on Facebook will stop Meta using your image rights, that's when you need to start driving, proving you can drive a car proficiently without causing wreckages and Mad Max scenes in behind your little fucking Honda Jazz. That's all I'm saying, all right? But yeah, so to get back to this test, it's one of them ones where you can just like fail it a million times, but like, yeah, you have to just keep redoing the fucker basically. And I'd even say the same standard, right? If I keep failing it and it's like a kid has, banged his head off the crossbar, he doesn't know what day it is, and he thinks he's on Saturn. Should you A, withdraw him from the field of play and have him contact, some sort of health advisor, or B, fucking give him a slap across the back of the head and get him back in centre mid? And I keep clicking that one. Eventually, just go, no, you're a fucking liability. You can't do this, right? But anyway, this video's going through, and I've told him to wait, to go. Then I've redone it. Wait, going through, the AEP machines come out. So like that's like the electric. You put little sticky pads on. Defibrillator, right? Is that what they call them? I should fucking know. Oh dear, this is not looking good on me. But like, you're doing it, blah, 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 and then these cool bits of kit, right? It's like a robot, like, place the pads where it shows on the diagram, and then make sure you place the other one, and then it's like, I think it's the other way around. Again, it's on the sticker, all right? I'll know when I get to it. But just as it's about to be like shock, it analyzes everyone's hands off, and it's shock required. It then goes, right, prepare to shock, press the button. One of the fucking Burks that's been doing CPR just puts his hands on the body, and it's like, so I click, stop, wait, and it's a good spot, like the person put his hand on it, make sure no one's touching I think in real life, I'm pressing that button, he'll fucking learn. Like his heart starts again, you get a new hairdo and a life lesson. Maybe it's not the time to be petty like that, but I think that's the way my brain would work. Like, well, are you fucking stupid? Like, did you not hear Android Sam tell you what not to do? So yeah, anyway, managed to pass it in the end. Hopefully you never have to use it, but hey, listen, like I say, all that's to do a little bit of first aid, and I mean, I nailed that. No one died, and yeah, just gonna frame my certificate and put it up on the wall, probably about there. Oh, another thing I've had to do while I'm just, a man of all trades. My laptop not the one that I do this stuff on, thankfully, but it's like an old laptop now. But it's at that point where like you turn it on and it's like it's booting up for a fucking Apollo 13 mission. You know, it's just like, and you're like, oh no, and then the fan's going like, you go, oh, this doesn't look good. But then I turn it on and then it always flashes up a screen and goes, we've detected this code C90, the fan's not working properly, like blah blah blah. And every time that happens, I'm like, put that meme in now of that guy. Knowing full well, it's like, yeah, because it sounds like we're in fucking NASA launch pad whenever I turn it on. But anyway, it turns itself off to prevent any issues to the hardware, blah, blah, blah. Then I turn it back on. The warning doesn't come up again. Happy fucking days. But the warnings kept coming up. And it's like, it's an old laptop, so I think, fuck it. Like, I could probably fix it. So I get, like, but I have to just set my stall out here. Like, I'm shit at stuff like this. Like, I'm so bad at stuff like this. It's actually ridiculous. So I get the little screwdriver bit out and I'm just fucking going at it, and I've found the little screws along the front of the laptop and I'm just undoing all of them and I just put them sort of there-ish, and then I'm like, I've got like this butter knife and I'm just trying to like peel the casing away and it's just like clicking, but then it's like snapping bits, and I'm like, this feels too rough for what is quite a thin laptop. I'm just basically shanking it, giving it the full fucking East London experience, and eventually I go, right, I should probably just watch some sort of video on YouTube. So I open up YouTube, put in like how to open my laptop, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, there's these little rubber pads that it sits on. And it's like, peel them up. So I'm like, oh, cool, peel them up. There they are, like little screws in them. And I'm fucking going at it and it just won't come away, this one. I click on the video further and it's like, yeah, don't peel off these ones, only those ones. So I've just been fucking once again. Like, why the video genuinely was about 48 seconds long. Why did I not just watch it until its finale and then carry on from there? Like, why didn't I just do that? Because I'm a fucking idiot and I just have no patience. But then I managed to sort of pry it open, and go figure, it opens up a lot easier when you've actually undone the screws on the back. But you're supposed to have like gas in air in a can to like spray the fan and get all the shit out. I've not got that, but I've got lungs, so I'm there just going like at it, and the fan's spinning quite nicely. So I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I think I'm gonna call that fixed. Put it all back together, and I'm like, I don't want to like overplay it, but like I'm smug as fuck at this point. It's like when I fixed or I changed the light bulbs in my car, despite taking like 2 hours, and my wife literally videoing it because it was so ridiculous how bad I was. I still would then kind of be like, yeah, what, mate? Yeah, just fix your laptop, mate. Yeah. To the point where, right, this is where I'm ridiculous. How bad that went. My kid, this is Bill of Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men. His button on his phone don't work at all. So he's had to open an app, he has to like scroll down from the top, search the app. Like, it's so arse about face. And it's coming up to Christmas and we're like, hey mate, do you want to like maybe think about getting your phone fixed as part of like, you know, your Christmas present, or put some money towards it? Because it can't continue like this. I'm getting fucked off for you at this stage, right? Like, it's got like, and then I've done a little bit of Googling. Because listen, I'll fix the laptop. Does the warning screen still come up every time I turn it on? No. Does it still come up every other time? Yes, it does. Okay. Does it still sound like it's going to go to the fucking moon every time I boot it up? Yeah. Shut up. But I've Googled it, and it's like, I could do that. Yeah. And I'm there in the morning going, mate, I could probably fix it, to be honest. Yeah, I've had a little bout. You get these little like, replacement screen like button things. It won't be able to scan your thumbprint, but like the button will work. You can long press it, triple press it, double press it, whatever the fuck you want really, but I could do it. Yeah, it's a couple of little screws you've got to do, apply a bit of heat to remove this mag strip from and I'm thinking, fuck off, Dan. Like, seriously? Really? I was giving it last week about how like flat pack furniture, people on the village spotted it like, can someone come and fit this, like put this flat pack IKEA desk together for me? And I'm giving it on the video like, I'd do that, sing you 20 quid and some Jaffa cakes. My wife was just looking at me like, are you fucking alright? Not knowing full well that, I mean, I'd get sectioned probably, because then the outside world would see what I get like in their moments. But yeah, I don't even fix one big laptop, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking I can do like the work of wherever iPhones are made and whatever small children are doing it. All of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, I can fix it, mate. Yeah, too what, leave it with me. Then I found somewhere that fixes it for about 40 quid. I'm like, probably a better idea. Yeah, probably a better idea. It's just a bit more insurance policy on it, because if they fuck it up, it's on them. Or if I fuck it up, I mean, yeah, it's on me, and I don't have to buy you a whole new fucking phone. But I'm still tempted, you know, because it actually doesn't look that difficult, but I am fucking useless. So, I don't know, we'll see. Not my phone, I suppose. To be fair, they don't even need their phone. They've lost their phones for the next couple of weeks because they're supposed to bring their phones down at 7:30, right? Because it's just kind of like, you don't need your phones any later than that. And one phone come down, Bill's phone came down, Ben's phone didn't. Bill and Ben come down for bed. Ben brings his phone down this time and he's like, oh, here you go. We're like, why did it not come down when Bill's went down? Oh, because we were on it. Sorry? Because we were on it. So it's like, not only did they... Because sometimes they go down the route of like, oh, we just forgot. But all week it's been, Bill's phone has come down at 7:30, Ben's hasn't. And it's been, oh, forgot. Turns out, no, they've just put one down as like a false flag. You know, like how in World War II they had inflatable tanks to make it look like we had a bigger like convoy of like military equipment. This is just a false flag. This has been put... And it's like, these are the same kids that can't make beans on toast. But they can like go down this like espionage route, fucking Operation Mincemeat. We'll put a ringer phone down there, then we'll get on the other one. So yeah, they've been banned from their phones. I'm telling you, mate, snidey. Children are snidey. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Okay, yeah. So, oh my god, I saw the most mad shit, like the most mad shit, and I'm gonna have to put headphones on in order to watch this, and I'll put picture in picture because I think I worked out how to do it. And this is insanity. Now let me just set this to record, and I've got to try this for the edit. Just know that I am panicking because this feels very difficult for me. All right, so there's that. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some sort of gestures because I don't have to sync all the audio up and stuff. We should be fine. I might just have to go raw on this, and you can have all this prelude to the video. But just I'm gonna screen record it now, essentially. All right, here we go then. Get on this. So, for context, right, this is a guy methods employed in 1980 for cleaning Big Ben without the use of modern safety equipment, and it's fucking insanity.
Okay.
Quite safe. If I get
Already, the word quite. If I'm this geezer, and they're going, it's quite safe. Can we have an advance on quite, please? Like, already, I'm not doing this. There's no way he's getting paid enough.
Side, I'll show you how to use it.
All right, you show us then.
Okay. Right. This is a little bit awkward.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward to be honest with you, mate. Yeah, it can be a little bit awkward just climbing over this ledge of this fucking... I mean, how tall is Big Ben? Height. How tall is Big Ben in meters? 96 meters. Usain Bolt could run up this in 9.86 seconds. He can probably fall down it significantly quicker than that.
This is a bit I've got to be careful on, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, he's too matter-of-fact about it. Like, the other guy, this is a bit, I should probably be careful. Yeah, I'd probably be careful. Personally, I would be careful at this point when you're literally just scaling a building with just a sheer drop and then concrete down there. I'd be a bit careful, mate. I'd mind my P's and Q's at this point.
Now, when you get over the side, if you just stand on it and hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then kick it away and just stand on it.
Did you catch that? I need to just rewind it a little bit. He's like, if you just kick it away, just stand in it and hold on. The guy goes, yeah. I think he realises how fucked he is.
On it and hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. just stand on it, mate. Just stand on it. Hold on. Look, I'm not saying don't hold on. All right? Fucking hold on. It'd be stupid to not hold on. Yeah.
And then kick it away and just stand on that concrete fence there.
Yeah. Kneel
Okay.
on the edge.
Yeah. Keep hold of the wires. And then once you're in that kneeling position...
Wires, by the way. It's some tatty old bit of rope that's, you know, looks no better than the tug-of-war rope we used to fuck about with in year 3.
Yeah.
Sit down. Okay?
How do you lower yourself down?
Well, that's by this knot here, which is called a clovage. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you want to lower yourself down, you just slacken it off. Yeah. Lower it, about 6 inches.
6 inches. Fucking alright, mate. I can see your bollocks from here. Jesus. Like, just being sat there going, yeah, it's just called a clovage, mate. Just called a clovage. Yeah, just slacking it off. Like, I don't want to show off here, but I'm like reasonably decent at tying my shoelaces. I've done it loads. I've tied the shoelaces of my kids as well. I've even mastered doing it all in reverse. If you said to me, right, your shoelaces come undone, you're dead. I am panicking. He's just like, yeah, it's a clovage. He's too matter of fact about something that's just, it's fucking batshit. Size of him compared to that clock. Just like, no.
Can you send me down a bucket, Terry?
Terry, send us out a bucket, mate. Yeah. No, because actually I'm about to shit myself, so you know, I don't want those poor guys down there to catch it. Fucking. Here comes the bucket.
All right. Okay, just take your sponge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wring it out a little bit.
Yeah, wring it out. Yeah, the last thing we want is them people safely on the ground getting a little bit wet. Yeah, wring it out. Just wring it out a bit. Yeah, wring it out.
Okay. And then just wash the panes of glass over.
That's just, like... It's quite safe. Fuck off. It's far too matter of fact, as I say. Like, I feel like even if he was to fall, like, he's like, ah! So I was like, oh my god, he's falling down Big Ben. He'd go, well, technically, this is St. Stephen's Tower. Big Ben's the bell inside. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Well, those sort of jobs that just don't exist anymore. Like, and rightly so. I mean, I guess someone must have to do it now. But if they do, it'd be like, but I don't know, actually. Do I go too far into how we clean Big Ben? Just give it a quick Google. How? Because then there's people that wash the Shard, right? Who wash the Shard? Grow up. Who like? It's just a full-time job, innit? They go up and they wash and they wash and they wash and they wash. By the time they've done that bit and that bit and that bit, that bit needs doing again. How do they wash Big Ben? Because they've recently been working on it a lot, haven't they? Cleaners upside down the clock face. Yeah, do you know what? I reckon it's probably quite similar, but they've probably just got like at least a fucking carabiner. Do you know what I mean? They've got at least something. They've got some sort of like harness rather than just a fucking bit of kickboard that would like not look out of place in a park on the estate I grew up on. Just absolutely ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Anyway, speaking of things that are ridiculous, should we get into some a little bit of weird news? Because there's nothing really going on in the Spotted. I might have to go further afield because the city nearby, Milton Keynes, the MK Moan page is loads better, like for drama. I will say, I saw one of those stupid fucking points, and that takes me doing on the internet. Someone was bemoaning someone parking in a parent-to-child space in a supermarket who didn't have a kid, right? And it's just route one arsehole behaviour. It just is. Because you need the space. I've got a 3-door and a 2-year-old. I need the space to get the kid out. Now, you could say, why don't you have a better career and have a 5-door car? And I'd say, shut the fuck up. But, like, it's just, you don't need to park there. Like, don't be dickheads. Like, there are people that have to, like, struggle in and out with multiple kids. It's a right faff. We don't want to be dinging your fucking car either. But some of the comments be like, you know, oh, get over it, Karen. But one guy went, don't take your kids with you. Then there'd be no need for them spaces at all. You think, are you thick? Like, are you actually that stupid? Like, well, yeah, just don't take them with you, then you won't need the spaces at all, would you? So where do you suggest I take my toddler at this point? Oh, I need to go to Tesco. Right, you'll be alright with your libs? Yeah, don't touch the cooker. Cold food only, please. Like, you got to take them with you. And that's the person replied, well, where the fuck am I supposed to put them? Well, one of you stay at home with the kids, the other one go do the food shop. Ah, right, okay, so no one in your house works. Fair enough, that solves it. But I think people like that, right, there has to be some sort of like common sense idiot school where they compile all of them, drag them, like bag them and tag them, drag them into the back of a van, have them sit through this common sense test. Then the final assessment is they have their own stupid shit repeated back to them and they must reflect on it. Like, I think that would be a very good way of moving forward. A bit draconian, but I think it's necessary at this point. But yeah, so we'll get into a bit of a weird news because there weren't really a lot going on in Spotted. I don't know if it's the same tortoise, but again, someone mentioned the tortoise. And what was quite crazy to me is in the comments, people going, oh yeah, no, it's not my tortoise, he's fast asleep. And then someone else was like, yeah, mine too. How many of you fuckers have turtles? Tortoises don't know the difference. Let's find out. Turtles versus tortoise. I hope this doesn't bring up some rogue sort of like fight league. Tortoises have more rounded and domed shells, where turtles are thinner, more water dynamic shells. So, okay, right, nice. To be honest, I think you could have lumped them all in the same. No one really given a toss. But apparently everyone has one. Nah, not mine. Mine's asleep. Nah, it's not mine. Mine's at fucking Turtle Cubs. Nah, it's not mine. He's playing Xbox. Like, just, how many fucking turtles are there? I'm surprised I'm not stepping on them daily like fucking snails. Right, get on this for a weird story. Well, it's not weird. It's actually really sort of tragic story. Burger horror. Man 57 stabbed himself to death in freak accident while separating 2 frozen burgers with a knife. Do you know what? Like, I've nearly done myself harm doing that. bit of a twist of the hands, sometimes a butter knife, but like I think he must have gone sharp knife. I won't name him. It's actually sad, this, to be fair. Like, a guy's died, but like, of all the ways to go, do you know what I mean? You're in the afterlife. I really need to oil this. I'll have to squeak them out. But like, you're in the afterlife, and it's like, oh, what happened to you? Well, like, you know, I jumped into a burning building to save this little girl and her puppy, and I inhaled too many fumes, and yeah, passed away. Oh, what did you do? Oh, I had to jump and push a little lad who was already blind and poor off a train track, and like took the brunt of the fucking, you know, the 7:15 to King's Cross. Oh, what did you do? Oh, well, I wanted to have a burger, right, but I weren't hungry enough for 2, and they were frozen, so I've tried to fucking, and I've only gone to stab myself, innit? Like, or I was separating beef. Oh, what'd you get in there, did you? And like, it's not worth it, guys. Think before we act. No, I was literally separating beef, and I stabbed myself in the fucking chest. What a way to go. He was discovered several days later by police, who were baffled by the trail of blood around his kitchen and bedroom. Officers then established the frozen burgers were behind the tragedy. Insert mugshot of the burgers with a little fucking number card. When they noticed him on the kitchen counter, the knife and a tea towel were also found nearby, and the bottom drawer of the freezer had been left open. But his wife complained about that. An inquest was told Barry died from stab wounds. It's just, that's horrible, innit? There's an advert then for knives. Like, seriously, fuck off. I mean, I know it's obviously algorithm based, but the court heard he had lived alone in supported living accommodation and was a very private man. Police arrived at his home in July last year amid concerns Barry hadn't been seen for more than a week. They discovered him dead on his bed with blood in the hallway, bathroom and bedroom. The court heard there was no sign of disturbance and his wallet, computer and phone were not missing. Alright, so the Linda McCartney veggie burgers weren't like skipping the country on his credit card. That's good to know. Just what a way to go, innit? Like, I mean, they don't put causes of death on gravestones. Maybe they should. Like, you know, liven up the place a little bit. But sorry, I'm just dying here. What a way to fucking go. No, I mean, the burgers, you know, they say, you know, not the healthiest choice, mate, but, you know, yeah, you might as well die of something, and if it's some juicy beef burgers, and so be it. Yeah, but I didn't think you'd die that way. Fucking hell. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Right, I feel like a massive coughing fit coming now. So I'm going to go into my Facebook memories, I reckon, and then we're going to call it a day. So for those who don't know, I go into my Facebook memories, fucking raw, frozen burger raw, and I stick the knife of my own consciousness between the beef burgers, and then I see whether stabbing myself is the easier option rather than dealing with the shame of my previous social media posts. So here we go then. In here, memories. That was a very, very stretched metaphor, or analogy, I guess. Come on, it's not loading. Maybe it's for a good reason. How Saturday mornings used to be before I ran. Still suffering with a case of Diaby's ankle. Oh, okay. I mean, I've just sat in bed. Again, this was pre-toddler, so... yada, yada, yada. Not that interesting. I'm on stage at a gig in Newmarket for Big Deal Comedy. They're always great nights, by the way. Check them out. That was a good gig. I think I remember it being a good gig. It was in a nightclub, which can always be a bit weird because the stage is really quite high and it's just not... You've not got your banks of audience, but it ends up being really nice. Oh, fuck me, yes. Right. I was selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, right? Times were hard. And Jesus, is there anything more interminable than that? And I was selling... I don't know what this one was now. Give you strength and no GTA 5 is still not available. Fuck off. That was when I'd sold like a load of video games and like kept getting messages. Is GTA 5 still available? Despite me saying it wasn't. This must be something separate. Hi, is this available? Yes, it is. Cool. Where is MK19? Dean's Hangar, where I used to live. Can you... I remember this. Can you come to MK City Centre? Me. No. Them. Why not? Me. Because I'm not a courier. I've never heard of the place. I'm like... Okay, and I just leave it, right? So we're not getting into this.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
They message again. It's some sunglasses I'm selling. They're a tenner. Hey, me, ... I don't know what you wanted me to say to that. Have you heard of Stony Stratford? Me. Yes. Would you be able to take them there? No.
How about no?
Why? What do you fucking mean, why? Like, why? Because they're a £10 pair of sunglasses, mate. Do you want them or not? If you want them, come get them. Fucking like one-man delivery service. So I said, oh, here you go. What do you mean, why? Because I don't want to. I'm selling them. I've not changed. I've literally not changed. Didn't even read that part. No, why? What do you mean why? Because I don't want to. I'm selling them. If you want them, come and get them. If you can't, then don't. I have not matured. I have not matured. That knife is still wedged between them beef burgers, and thus far I'm safe because I still agree with myself. I want them, but I can't get to the place. Okay, but that isn't my problem to solve, is it? And honestly, maybe I'm being a bit of an arsehole there, but is it my problem to solve? Because I don't think it is. Like, for context, Dean's Anger to the city centre, it's about a 10-15 minute drive, sort of there and back, right? Because obviously I'm not going to then just live there. So then you withdraw the petrol money from not even paying for the sunglasses, and it's like I might as well just fucking launch him and hope he catches him on the other side, right? Now, comments obviously I'm getting shit. Yeah, do deliver to Aylesbury. Cheers, Simon. Yeah, I mean, as I say, yeah, honestly, it's ridiculous. I had one person asking what colour some shorts were. I told them they were navy blue. They replied, great, that is just my colour, and I've not fucking heard from them since. I swear people are on to wind up with that shit. My mate Brad said, fuck, that made me laugh. I can hear how fuming you are writing that. Still fuming. It's been so many years. One guy just wrote, hey, like the guy did. Do you know what? I enjoy this shit in the moment. I would have been hating it like so much. I'm a lighthouse keeper on a patch of rocks 40 nautical miles north of the outer Hebrides. Every night when I go upstairs to check on stuff out of nowhere, this bloody bright light shines in my eyes every 4 seconds. What I could really do with some sunglasses. My budget is £10. Obviously, I can't leave my post, and the delivery boat only comes once a month. I'll see if I can get some. I'll see if I can get some on the net and get the sellers pop them round. Hi, is this available? Like this guy here, Steve Savage, has gone too far out of his way to be a fucking dick. And again, like the kids lumping the shit back in the lake, I respect it. I respect it. Leo Kerr says, selling my car on Facebook was the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. The question, is it okay if I use this as a commercial vehicle? Why would I give a single fuck? This is what I mean, like, oh man, I mean, eBay has its drawbacks, but there's so much less immediate interface, isn't there? Like, so much less immediate interface. Is that the word I'm thinking? I don't know. Engagement, interaction. I'm full of cold. That's the second snort in. I've got 3 in the bank still, though, so I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm nearly done. Another gig. Me laying unconscious. I'm just laying down being a twat in the radio studio. I'm guessing I just got back from a festival. Yeah, I am in a bad way. I am in a bad way. But I'm a consummate professional, so I turned up and I did the fucking business. Me, 9 years ago. Adult men who buy their team's goalkeeper shirt, have a fucking word. Retweet. Still agree with that. Also see long sleeve shirt as an adult. Unacceptable. I'm also a bit like, and this is probably a me issue. I don't want to get. I mean, I don't buy the shirts now. I buy them for my boys. I don't wear them, right? But like getting a player's name, like, you know, Bukayo Saka, who's what, like 22, 23. When I'm 33, it just feels a bit weird. I think getting a name on your shirt. Also, seriously, fuck off getting shit like masturbate Enio 69 and shit like that. Like, just stop it. Stop it. It's not funny. But in the same way that, like, the person went out of the way to do a post on that thing about the guy buying sunglasses, in the same way kids chucking all the shit back in the lake was quite funny. It is quite funny if you apply your own irony. Like Wankernoff, #1, and shit like it is quite funny. But also don't do it because it's unacceptable. Megan. Edgy. Is it wrong to hate a certain race? Because I fucking despise 1,500 metres. Careful, right? Everything's right in the end. Me getting lyrical about religion. We won't go there. My nan shared something on my wall. Same nan. Someday we'll forget the hurt, the reason we cried, and who caused us pain. Well, alright, fucking hell, nan. We'll finally realise that the secret of being free is not revenge. I don't know. I'm going to fucking find that guy with the sunglasses, and one day I will make it right. But letting things unfold in their own way and own time. After all, what matters is not the first, but the last chapter of our life, which shows how well we ran the race. So smile, love, was it at 1,500 metres? Because I fucking hate that one. So smile, laugh, forgive, believe, and love all over again. I don't know why she's posted that. She's essentially put live, love, laugh on my Facebook wall. Is she trying to get me never laid again? Is she really into amnesty, but she's been really fucking creative about it? Hi, Dan Mayo here from the Not Quite So Distant Past, and I'm so annoyed because I was doing so well and I'm nearly done. Yes, I said amnesty. Yes, I meant abstinence. But obviously, why would I know the terminology? Being such a lad, how would I know what the word is for not slinging it about like a top geezer? I could probably make amnesty work as well, to be fair. If you think about the subtext, you're essentially putting your little dagger away somewhere safe so you don't use it again. There are differences to the two. One's a lot more thin and pointy than the other, and I'll leave you to discern which one of those is which. I'd also stress that I don't want to start encouraging people to stick their wieners in bins. Okay, then, let's get back to the podcast. Archie Monkey's lyrics again. Who you telling? Who you telling? Who are you telling? Some uni freshers pictures. Some of the worst clobber you'll ever see. Primark specials there. I might post one picture. I'll post one picture, but it's terrible. I had like half a haircut as well then. Some would argue I have half a haircut now, but that's out of my control. I kind of had like half of it shaved really short and half of it long. It looks bloody ridiculous, but hey, listen, uni, you can reinvent yourself. I decided to reinvent myself as a fucking idiot. Do you know what? I'm going to call it there. I think it's been alright. It's been a bit lucid. We survived. Careful if you're having beef burgers tonight. No, you can't fix anything with mini screwdrivers unless you actually have the training, so don't bother. Yeah. And don't turn the first aid heart shockers on if some dickhead's just put his hand on the lad while he's also standing in a puddle, which happens to go all the way to a primary school full of lovely children, alright? You hurt everybody. Collateral damage, let this one guy go. It's for the greater good. Yeah, cool, right. Usual shit, I suppose. Shut up. Oh shit, yeah, and I forgot to say, obviously, please like, share, subscribe, review. Is that what it's called? I think so. 5 stars. Just like, don't be tight in it. It doesn't hurt you. Just lie a little bit. This show was, a solid 3.1 stars, I reckon. But give it 5 because it just helps the algorithm. Also, going to be probably changing it to a Friday release just because the way my week has now kind of changed due to other things external to this podcast. And I think it's more of a Friday vibe. I'm not much of a Friday kind of guy, my light-hearted, easy-breezy nature and cheeky wit. So I'm probably going to do Friday releases. This one's going to be obviously on Monday because I won't have the time. But going to look to do Friday releases from this point forward. Get me on Twitter, X, at RuMayoNation. I made that TikTok, but I think it's been sat there dead for ages. I posted one thing on it and it went nowhere. It got absolutely Kremlin tucked and hidden. So I'm going to start it again with a new one. At the moment, it'll probably be at RuMayoNation _ because I need to wait until I can have that one become available. I've got to wait 30 days for it to be deactivated because I know how addictive that shit is. So they're like, well, we'll keep it open for 30 days. And if you log back in, we'll reset your account and you can carry on. So, yeah. And then, yeah, I'll be on YouTube. The last one went out on YouTube. I think I need to work that beast out in terms of how to get that out there. I think making smaller clips and stuff is the way. So yeah, but there you go. Anyways, all done now. Have a good week, or whatever week you want to have again. Don't let me tell you what to do. Usual shit. Shut then.